So let's look at the next ayat. Okay, Kalla. Kalla, which had come a few times. Kalla means nay. Okay. In Urdu say hargiz nahi. Never it can happen. Okay. No, stop it now. That's the meaning of nay or kalla. Okay. If someone is saying something to you, say, no, hold on, no, this is not the way it is. That's the way it is. So that's nay, kalla. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is using the word kalla. Now, let's look at this letter, lam with a fatah. And there is another, will come in this one, we'll just mention, noon with a shadda. These two are very special characters with special meanings. Both of them mean surely. Okay. Indeed, surely, certainly, without any doubt, all those meanings are. Okay. This is called lam-e-tawqeed. Lam is the letter. Tawqeed means to emphasize about something. When you want to say, you want to emphasize about something, you use the word lam, the letter lam, and tawqeed means emphasis. The word tawqeed by itself means emphasize something. Okay. Similarly, this is called noon-e-tawqeed. Okay. How are they used? If lam comes in the beginning of a word, that means that word which is being said is a heavy word. It's being emphasized. Certainly, it is going to be that. But sometimes lam and noon come together. Lam comes in the beginning of the word, noon comes at the end of the word. That means you are making a statement or you're saying one word and you are surrounding that word by two sureties. So that means that word has a lot of weight. Because you're saying surely this is going, if I say surely this is a pen, surely. Which means in the beginning I'm saying surely, at the end I'm saying surely. Which means there is no doubt that this is something but a pen. Okay? So that is the purpose of lam tawqeed and noon tawqeed. Okay? So now keeping these two, first word is lam tawqeed plus in. Okay? This is written as la in. Okay? And we saw that in means if. Okay? So this becomes surely if. Surely if. La in means, that's the word here, la in means surely if. Surely if. Okay. Okay. Then let's look at these three letters, noon, ha, and ya. Okay. This means to forbid. Forbid means telling someone to stop doing something. Okay. For example, amr bil ma'ruf or nahi anil munkar. Nahi means telling someone to stop doing wrong thing. Okay. So nahi means that forbidding someone from doing something. Nahi. These are three letters. So they belong to the group of the words called fa'ala. Okay? Now we are going to make a bigger word. And one way of making it another bigger word is we put an alif in the beginning and a ta. Okay? So this word becomes, we put alif first, and then after the first letter we put a ta. And then we have an and lam. So fa'ala becomes if ta'ala. It pronounced with if. This is alif with a kasra. If ta'ala. So this word becomes alif with a kasra and ta and noon, ha and ya. So we made a bigger word, but this is the rule of adding a alif and a ta, 2 letters. So intaha. What's the meaning of intaha? Means to stop or to desist. Okay. Intaha. Naha means to stop someone from doing wrong. And intaha means you stop doing it wrong. Okay. Baz aa jao. Okay. Stop doing it. Okay, that's intaha.
Does it mean you reach your limits, like you're going about to go beyond limits?
That is also meaning of intaha in one of the words in Urdu and Farsi. Intaha means the limit of something. So you can actually derive that meaning from here. You have reached the limit. You better stop now. Okay? Desist now. Stop it. Okay? So that is the meaning of intaha. Okay? Now also notice that there is a lam from before that. And lams make this negative. Okay? Number 1. Number 2, and I'm now giving you the idea that how by similarities you can start driving the meaning. Okay? There is a ya in the beginning. Okay? Ya brings the meaning of third person and present tense. And lam brings the meaning of not. Okay? So if you look at the word here, lam is there and then ya is in the beginning. Okay? And the word is from intaha. Yantahi. Okay? The meaning is that if he does not stop. He stop. Lam will make it. He does not stop. So Allah is saying that surely if he does not stop, what's he doing? Abu Jahl. He's constantly opposing the Prophet ﷺ. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is giving him a warning. Saying, surely if he does not resist, if he does not stop, what he is doing is constantly trying to stop Prophet ﷺ from praying inside the Kaaba. Okay? So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, after making those statements, is issuing a warning to this person by saying, nay, surely, if he does not stop. Okay? One more thing. I mentioned that lam puts the meaning in the past tense. So the meaning will be if he did not stop. If he did not stop. What he is doing if he did not stop. Okay? So the meaning will be lam yantahi if he did not stop. He did not stop. Okay. Now, two more words. So one word starts with these letters, Shin, Fa, and Ain. Okay. This means to drag or to pull. Or to pull. Safa'a, Shin, Fa, and Ain means to drag or to pull someone. Okay. Okay. Now let's look one more rule here. If I put a noon instead of a ya, and keep the same word, naf'alu instead of yaf'alu, noon brings the meaning of we. We do. Ya brings the meaning of he, present tense. Noon brings the meaning of we, present tense. Naf'alu. We do. Also, in Arabic, the present tense and future tense have the same grammar. Okay? So this also means we will do. We will do. So apply that rule here. Put a noon in the beginning with a fatah. Nasfa'u. Nasfa'u. Just put a noon in the beginning and pronounce the same way. For naf'alu, nasfa'u. Meaning will be we will drag, we will pull. So this is we will drag or we will pull. Now here we is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying that if he does not stop, kalla la illam yantahi, if he does not stop, what are we going to do? We are going to drag. Okay? We are going to pull. Okay? Now this is nasfa'u. Okay? Now we just learned one more thing. That if we put a lam, a taqid in the beginning, and a noon, a taqid at the end. Okay? This means surely. And this means surely. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, surely we will drag him, surely. Two emphasizes, double taqeed. No doubt. First of all, who is the speaker here? The speaker is Allah himself. So there should not be any doubt that he will just say something. Not do it. Not only that, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala himself is adding two more letters. A lam in the beginning and a noon at the end. And both of these are emphasized. Okay? So the meaning will be definitely, 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 surely, surely, we will drag. We will drag this person where the next word is bin nasiyam, is in the hellfire. Okay.
Where is the noon at the end? I don't see.
This one?
Yes.
This noon with the shadda is being added.
Yeah, but where is it?
Oh, we'll come to that. There's still a meme there. This is ba after that. Whenever you have a ba and noon together in the recitation, you have a noon there. Okay? If noon and ba come together, then the sound of noon changes into the sound of mim. Okay? Sound of noon, and we pronounce that. For example, This is minbar. In writing, it is written minbar. This is the pulpit. How do we pronounce mimbar? We pronounce noon as a mim. Mimbar. Why we do that? Because in the tajweed, when the noon and ba come together next to each other like this, okay, then ba gives the sound of noon, makes the sound of mim. That's the tajweed. That is the reason this ba here, ba, there was a sound of noon. It changed the sound of mim. So this sound of noon became sound of mim. Okay? So la nasfi an, there are a couple other things happen there. Whenever this noon taqeed comes, then last letter of this changes into a fatha. So it becomes la nasfa an. But ba will change la nasfa sound of mim. So if you're reading this ayat, you'll be pronouncing la nasfa bis bin nasriya, not la nasfa an. Actually the word is an here. But in the tajweed, and to satisfy the tajweed, instead of writing a noon there, we write a meme there. So you can read correctly. But the word is being created this way. We will definitely drag this person, him. Okay? So the meaning is, lanas fa'am, we will surely, and surely is twice here, surely drag him. Okay? So, going back to this ayat, we learned up to this point, Kalla la'illam yamtahi lanasfa'an. And the meaning was that, nay, surely, if he is your Abu Jahl, he did not stop what he is doing with Prophet ﷺ, then we will definitely, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, we will drag him. Okay? So the next word here, I want to go back on that one, is starts with these letters, Noon, Sad, and Waw. And the word that is created, the noun from this is Nasiyatun. Nasiyatun actually means the front of the head, the forelock. The forehead or forelock. Okay? So this one is Peshani. So this is Nasiyatun. Now you put al before that. Al means da. And al will remove one dhamma from here. So it becomes al-nasiyatu, and in the pronunciation it will be an-nasiyatu, and then you add a B. B has many meanings, but the best one here is by. So B is a harf-jar. Harf-jar looks at the next noun and changes this dhamma to a kasra. So the final pronunciation will be bin nasiyati. Bin nasiyati means by the forelock, by the forehead. So what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, that we are going to pull him or drag him by holding his front part of the head. Okay, forelock, peshani. So this is what the punishment is from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That he says that if he does not stop, Abu Jahl does not stop, that we are going to drag him by his forehead or forelock. Okay. So this is what it is. Peshani.
And what does the verb means, nasri here?
Sometimes there may not be any meaning, but it means pulling something. Yeah. Usually, in the Quran, if it is not used, just one noun is used. then it's very simple. Okay. So now after that, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the next ayat mentions three things. Nasiyatin, kadibatin, khatiyatin. Okay. So let's look at first word is, we know, just we learned that, nasiyatun. The original word is nasiyatun. We just learned that. Okay. B was the harf jar that had made it nasiyati, but that is because of the combination of other words. By itself, the original word is nasiyatun because all the nouns end up with two dhammas here, the sound of noon. Nasiyatun. This means forehead or forelock. That's one word. Okay. The second word is from kaf, dal, and ba. We saw this means to lie. Okay? A person who lies is kazibatun, a liar, which is written this way, or it is also written this way. Same thing. Kazibatun. You can write down this alif as a long alif with kaf, or you can write down this short alif. Meaning is same. Kazibatun means liar. Someone who lies is kazibatun. Okay? Then the third word here is kha, ta, and alif. Okay? Khata. This means to commit a sin, to do a sin. Okay? And the noun from this is khatiyatun. Khatiyatun means sinful. A person who does sin. A sinful person. Khatiyatun. As I said, all the nouns always end up with two dhammas. So the original word is nasiyatun. The second word is kadibatun. The forelock, the liar. And khatiyatun, the sinful. Okay? So three things Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is mentioning about the forehead or forelock, a liar, and a sinful. Okay? Now, all these three words are coming after this word, bin nasiyati. Okay? Bin nasiyati, this is where it starts, and then three words are being mentioned after that. Now, this word bin nasiyati, by the forelock, okay, is a noun. Okay? And these three words are coming as the sifat or adjective of that noun. Adjective is that you are defining the quality of a person. For example, if you say a boy, you are just talking about a boy. But if you say a good boy, that is the sifat of that child. Okay? So sifat. In Arabic, when the sifat or adjective is mentioned, it has to follow certain rules. And one of the most basic rules is that however the noun is pronounced, sifat is pronounced the same way. So originally, if I had taken out al from there, this word was nasiyatin. Nasiyatin. So because this is second time the same word is being mentioned, it has to come with the same pronunciation, nasiyatin. Now, the sifat of this forehead is that it is a lying forehead. So kazibatun has to become kazibatin because they have to follow the same rhythm. Khatiyatun has to be pronounced as khatiyatin. Okay? Now, notice that most of the arrogance starts in the head. most of the denial starts from the head. This is the front part of the head. That is, the brain is behind it. That is what does everything wrong. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is pointing to that part of the body which is committing all these things. Okay? So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said that this person, Abu Jahl, because his head is so arrogant that he is constantly opposing the Prophet ﷺ, even though he knows that Prophet is not doing anything wrong, he is opposing the Prophet ﷺ. So what we will do, as a punishment, we will grab him by his forelock. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that we will catch him, we will hold him by his front of his head, like this, and then we will drag him. Okay? It's a very insulting way. Okay? Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, why with the forehead? Why with the forelock? Because that is where he is lying from. That's where all his lies originate from. Come from there. So that is the source of his lying and arrogance. Not only that, that is where all the sins are being committed from. Khatiyatun is sinful. So this particular place in our body, in the front of the head, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, is the source of lying, is the source of denying, is the source of committing all the sins. So, better fix this thing. Okay? So that is, these three words are the sifat, the adjective, the quality of this head that is making a person denying and opposing the Prophet ﷺ. Okay, so that is three different things Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentions about this head. Okay, so this is forehead, repeating one more times, and it is a liar, and this is a sinful. Okay. Then look at the next word. فَلْيَدْعُ نَادِيَهُ. Okay. The word starts with dal and waw. Okay. Da'aw means to call. Like dua is from the same word. Dua is a call. Okay. So da'aw, dal, ayn, waw means to call someone. To invite someone. Da'awat is the invitation, is a call. Okay? So da'aw means to call. Okay? Now, let's look at this word. You put a ya in the beginning, it becomes third person and present tense. Yaf'alu. So if I apply that rule here and put a ya in the beginning and put the same harakats, okay, so this will become yad u. Let's first follow exactly the same harakat. Ya has a fatah, second letter has a sukoon, third has a fatah, and fourth has a dhamma. Yaf'alu. So this is the word we created. The meaning will be third person and present tense. So third person present tense is he calls. Okay, that is the meaning of this word. Yad avu. Okay. Now, waw is a weak letter here, and it is hard to pronounce, so we adjust a little bit sound here. Okay, and the way we adjust the sound here is that this becomes yad, first two are yad, and this is pronounced this way, yad u. Okay, the sound of the vowel is pronounced with it on the top of ayn, so yad u. Yad u means same thing, he calls. Now we are going to make a little bit different word in English also. So if I want to say, let him call, in English, let him call. Okay? What we do in English, we keep the call and add here let and him. Okay, let him call. Okay? How we make this in Arabic? Okay? So this is made by the rule that we put a fa in the beginning and lam. Fal. You put these two letters and keep that one. Yad'u. Okay. This fa and lam here brings the meaning of let. Okay. That's a rule. You will see in many places in the Quran, the fal comes before the word. Okay. Fal yastajibu, fal yu'minu bi. Many words. So fa and lam bring the meaning of let him. So fal yad'u means let him call. Okay. We are going to drag him by his forehead. Let him do something in the response. Okay. Let's see what he does. So that's the meaning of let him call. Let him call his helper. Okay. We are going to start punishing him. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says by doing this, let him call his friends or his helper or his associate or anybody he wants to call. So that is the meaning of fal yad'u. Okay. So let him call. Okay. The next word is, it starts with noon, dal and ya. Okay. And nadiyatun is helper or friends or associate. Nadiyatun means helpers or supporters. Okay. So Allah says that, okay, we are going to punish him this way. Let's see what he does. Call him, let him call his helper. See if they can save him. Okay. فَلْيَدْعُ نَادِيَ, let him call his helper or supporters. Okay. So when he is being punished, if he tries to call, it's a style of expression. Let him call his helper. Okay? So if he starts screaming and calling his fellows and helpers, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, we are going to call some helpers too. This is the next ayah. Okay? Which is Sanad'u Zabaniya. Let's look at these words. Okay. So the word is same. Dal and waw means to call. And this time we are going to put a noon in the beginning. Okay? Noon brings the meaning of we. Okay? So we are going to put noon in the beginning and it will become nad'u. We will call. Because you can use for both present and future this noon here. So nad'u means we will call. Here we is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So he's going to call his friends and helpers and supporters when he's getting punished. We are going to call. Okay, we will call. Now, seeing when this is put before future tense, it brings the meaning of soon. Seen brings the meaning of the near future. Okay? So this is near future. So when you put a sin there with a fatah, it will be we will soon call. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said that soon in the future, very soon, we are going to call. What are we going to call? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is using the word az-zabaniya. Okay? It's az-zubaniya. Zahir is dhamma on it, right? Yeah. Is it? Yeah, Zahir is dhamma on it. Fatha is, that's correct. Zabaniya.
Yeah.
Okay. Zabaniya means angels of hell. That's a particular name for the angels of hell. Angels of punishment or angels of hell are called Zabaniyatun. Okay? The root letters are Za, Ba and Noon. Za, Ba and Noon. Okay? And Zabaniyatun, which you can also write down as Zabaniyatun. That means angels of hell. Okay, so you put al before that. Al means the, and al will remove one dhamma, so it will become al zabaniyatu, not tun anymore. Okay, and when you pronounce al with the za gives the sound of lam, and it is pronounced as az zabaniyatu. Az. Okay, when the sound of lam goes away, the sound of za becomes twice with the shadda. So it becomes az zabaniyatu. Okay, az zabaniyatu means the angels of the hell, hell angels. Okay. Now also, so what is the meaning here? Sanadhu, we will soon call. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, we will call the angels of hell. Soon. Soon means as soon as he dies. Okay? Then the angels of hell will come. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says we will call, not for help. Allah is not calling for help. But Allah is commanding the angels of hell, that as soon as he dies, come and take him to the punishment of hellfire. So that is what is the meaning is seen. Seen means soon, very soon. We will call the angels of hellfire. Okay? And the word is zabaniyatu, but it is coming after the verb. Okay? So when it comes after the verb, it changes into fatah, it becomes zabaniyata. Okay? So we will call, so Allah says that we will soon call. We will call soon angels, the angels of hellfire. Okay, so that's this punishment will start. Allah here he says that we will drag him by his forehead or forelock, and then let him call his helper. As soon as he is dead, he will be called, the angels of hell will come and take care of it. Okay, so that is the meaning of Sanad'u Zabaniya. Okay, soon we will call the angels of hellfire. Okay? So now, you saw in the beginning the first two ayahs were about Prophet ﷺ. next ayats up to this point are about Abu Jahl. Okay? Then in the last ayat of the surah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala turns back to Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Okay? So what is being said? Kalla. Kalla means nay. Now the address is to Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Now Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is talking to Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Nay. Whatever this person is doing to you, just ignore all that. Okay? Whatever Abu Jahl is doing, don't worry about it. Okay? Nay. Ignore it. Okay? Kalla. Okay? Stop and don't worry about it. Okay? Then the next word is ta, waw, and ayn, and this means to obey. Okay? To obey. Now we're going to use one more rule here, which is that if you have these three letters, fa'ala means to do. If I put a la in the beginning, and this is one of the rule of the commands, and put a ta and pronounce la taf'al. Okay, you put a la in the beginning and ta in the beginning and pronounce as la taf'al. This is a template, this is a rule. This means don't do. Do not do. Okay? If you want to tell someone don't do it, you use a la in the beginning and a ta in the beginning and use these three letters. La taf'al. Don't do. Okay? So we are going to apply that rule of template of grammar on these three letters. So instead, simple thing, instead of fa, and lam, you have these three letters. Okay? So you put a la in the beginning and you put a ta in the beginning, the fatha. Okay? So, and then you ta, there's one more thing will happen here. Ta, waw, and an. Okay? This word is three, let me finish this one. This is fa'ala. Okay. Fa'ala, and we have to make another afala. Yeah, afala. So this will make alif waw, alif ta, waw, and the word atat, that atat means obeying or following someone. Okay, it's from here. Okay, so when you make the grammar from here, this comes with a if the grammar of this has a fatha, the grammar of this has a dhamma here. So la tuf'al. Okay, so now we apply that rule here. La la, to, and this one is three letters, ta, waw, and ayn. Okay? And waw is a weak letter, it drops. So it becomes la tuti'. La tuti' means do not obey. La tuti'. And who means him. Do not obey him. Him is Abu Jahl here. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, La tuti'hu, do not obey him. Okay? Do not worry about Abu Jahl. Do not obey. He wants you not to pray in the Kaaba. Don't follow him, don't listen to him, don't obey him. Okay? La tuti' who? Who is pointing to Abu Jahl, and la tuti is pointing to Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So in one word, both are being mentioned. him you do not follow. Here you, this ta is you, and you is Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. And who is him? It's Abu Jahl. La tuti'hu, you do not follow him. Do not obey him. Do not do what he's trying to do to you. He's trying to stop you from praying. Don't do it. La tuti'hu. Do not obey him. Okay? Okay. This has a couple more rules here. So this fa'ala means to do. And if al is a command. La tafal was don't do, ifal means do. Okay? These are different. We will have to go through these details some other time. But if al is a command. Okay? Do. Okay? So sajada means to make sajda. Okay? And usjud means make sajda. It's a command. It's an order. Okay? Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala earlier mentioned that Abu Jahl said that if I see Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam making sajda, this is what I'm going to do. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said that don't obey him and make sajda. Okay? So when you put waw before that, waw means and don't pronounce this alif, it becomes wasjud. And make sajda. Okay? And make sajda. Okay. The next word is qaf, ra, and qaraba. Okay. This means to be close. Qurb or qareeb means to be close. Okay. These are three letters. So they belong to the group fa'ala. Okay. So we are going to make a bigger word by adding an alif and a ta. Okay. So this will become alif, fa, ta, and la. Okay. We put alif in the beginning and a ta between the two letters. If ta'ala will make this word iqtaraba. Iqtaraba. Difference, minor difference. This means to come close. To come close. Qaraba means two things are very close to each other. But iqtaraba means with your intention you come close to someone. Okay? And this is a command. Iqtarib. Allah says, come close to me. Make sajda to me and come close to me. Okay? Don't obey him. La tuti'uhu. Don't obey Abu Jahl. It doesn't matter what he says. Make sajda in the Kaaba. Okay? Because that's where he is forbidding you from making sajda. And come close to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Iqtarib is a command. Okay? Come close. And come close. So that is where this surah stops. So inshallah we'll start with this.
Okay.